What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 500 subscribers, of course. I've been trying to record this video for the last hour, so this is my last take. If y'all see this, it fucking recorded. If it didn't, I don't know. But today's video, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Clippers. And I wanted to ask the question, do we think the Los Angeles Clippers are NBA title favorites? Do we think they can make the playoffs? Do we think they can even make some noise in the Western Conference? And that's basically the question I'm trying to ask, because we all know the Clippers are an old team, and can those old heads get it done and obviously cement some of their legacies? Because we all know James Harden needs a ring to cement his legacy. Chris Paul is like 40 right now, so that would cement his legacy, even if he's not a starting caliber player. Like, he still got the ring, like Dwight Howard got his ring. Like, it's just so much that the Clippers team can accomplish by doing that. The whole Kawhi era, people could shut the fuck up about that. It's like, it's so interesting what a championship would do for the Los Angeles Clippers and what it would do for a lot of these teams in the NBA, because I'm probably going to make more videos about NBA teams. Like, if this records, I'm gonna try to do one right after this in tomorrow's video talking about. I'll just wait. But yeah, like, this Clippers team led by Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard was playing his best basketball when he came back from injury. He played in the second half of the season, even in the playoffs versus the Denver Nuggets. We finally got to see a healthy Kawhi in the playoffs, and he showed up, and Kawhi came back with an even better handle than he had previously. And obviously, when you're dealing with injuries, you're going to be forced to just dribble the ball. You can't really do anything. So Kawhi improving on his handle improved his game so much and improved his back. In James Harden, like, I was talking to my friends talking about James Harden is washed. James Harden can't give you 25 a night. James Harden can't go out there and go give you 30 anymore. And man, did he shut me the fuck up. Like, he proved out to a lot of people. I'm pretty sure a lot of people was calling James Harden washed, and he returned to the All-Star game. He showed why Daryl Morey was an idiot for not paying the man. But it's interesting to see what can happen over the offseason, because obviously, as we all know, the Clippers needed depth going into this offseason, and they did improve it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like, with their additions of Bradley Beal, with the subtraction of Norman Powell, if Bradley Beal can give you half of what Norman Powell does, or even 75% of what Norman Powell did last season. My bad, I'm getting angry, but what Norman Powell did last season, Bradley Beal is going to be an addition. But at the same time, we all know Bradley Beal has been in and out of the injury report for the last couple seasons now, ever since going to Phoenix, or even his last season in Washington. And I saw a quote where Ty Lue called Bradley Beal an elite defender. I don't know if I'm going to go. I'm not going that far. I'm not going to call Bradley Beal an elite defender, because that's what he's never been to me. He's been this bucket in Washington and Phoenix. Every time he would try to go on a stretch of games, he would get injured. He would come back, and then he would stink it up. He would shake off the rust, and obviously he would get injured again. And that's why Phoenix fans wanted him out of there. Like, they're not even mad that they still have to pay Bradley Beal. Like, they're just happy that he's off the roster. So that should just say a lot of what the Clippers are getting. And if Bradley Beal can give you some of what he did in Washington, plus the defense that Ty Lue, quote unquote, says Bradley Beal plays, like, that can improve the Clippers team a lot. With the addition of John Collins, with the addition of Brook Lopez to back up Zubac. So when Zubac is getting some rest, like, they aren't some downpour of minutes, because when Zubac went to the bench, like, the Clippers would fall down. Like, they wouldn't be the same player, same team where Zubac was on the team. So adding Brook Lopez, yes, Brook Lopez isn't the same impactful player that he was during the 2021 Bucks championship, but I feel like he could still give you some defense. He could give you that three-point threat on the perimeter. And you obviously got an old Chris Paul returning to Los Angeles. But at the same time, I'm not going to act like Chris Paul is going to go out there and give you 10 and 8, 10 and 12. Like, Chris Paul isn't that player anymore. But at the same time, I feel like when Chris Paul is on the floor, or if Ty Lue finds some minutes for Chris Paul, like, Chris Paul can still make his teammates better. Don't get me wrong. I saw what he did in San Antonio, and he made everybody on the court better. even though he wasn't scoring or he wasn't doing anything on the offensive end but playmaking. You still had to worry about Chris Paul playmaking for other team, his high basketball IQ, like what he's been known for throughout the NBA. Yes, he doesn't have the same quick first step that he had a couple seasons ago, even in Phoenix or even in OKC. Like it's just Chris Paul still finding a way to be impactful at 40 years old. So it should be interesting to see. And like I said earlier, like this all falls on the back of Kawhi Leonard. And I made a video talking about peak Kawhi Leonard. So basically this is another Kawhi Leonard video 5 minutes into the video. So what do we think Kawhi Leonard looks like next season? Do we see a fully healthy Kawhi Leonard lead this Clippers team to a top 5 seed, top 4 seed, top 3 seed? Because without Kawhi Leonard for majority of the season, like the Clippers kept it afloat. They were a top 5 seed. Like didn't they finish as the 4th seed, 5th seed, one of those seeds without Kawhi Leonard for first half of the season? So imagine with Kawhi for this first half of the season and potentially a fully healthy Kawhi Leonard, this should be an interesting season for the Clippers, I should say. And this would cement James Harden's legacy. This would cement Chris Paul's legacy. And this will ultimately shut the critics up about the Kawhi Leonard tenure in Los Angeles. Because if Kawhi Leonard can go out there and go get you a championship for the Los Angeles Clippers out of all teams, you can say Kawhi Leonard is one of the best players ever. And he is, don't get me wrong. But on some lists, he doesn't even crack the top 30, which kind of surprises me. If we don't think Kawhi Leonard is a top 30 player in NBA history with his skill set. But I'll leave that up to y'all. This is a question whether the Clippers can make some noise. And the Clippers roster, I didn't tell y'all their full roster because obviously I was just talking to y'all. It seems like last video I made the Westbrook video when I was talking to y'all. So maybe y'all want less analysis. So I'll just talk. But we got Kawhi Leonard, you got Chris Paul, you got James Harden, you got Bradley Beal, you got Brook Lopez, you got John Collins, you got Bogdan Bogdanovic, you got Zubac, you got Chris Dunn, you got Cam Christie, you got Yannick the rookie, you got Kobe Brown, you got Nick Batum, fourth quarter yellow, why the fuck let me stop. You got Jordan Miller, you got Kobe Sanders, you got Trenton Flowers, you got Ty Washington, you got Derrick Jones Jr. That depth on this team, except for the young players on this team, is pretty good. Like their depth is one of the best of them. And obviously they've been missing depth last season, which I said earlier. So this all relies on James Harden and Kawhi Leonard being your dynamic duo, losing Norman Powell. Like it all relies on James Harden. And James Harden, like I said, James Harden averaged 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 8.5 assists, returning to the All-Star team. Kawhi Leonard last season, coming off his injury, averaged 21.5 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. During the regular season, it looked like Kawhi Leonard was just trying to find his footing, and the Clippers were trying to get Kawhi ready for the playoffs. And Kawhi, I don't gotta say too much. Just go look back at Kawhi Leonard. Didn't Kawhi give you a 40-piece in the playoffs? So it just shows how Kawhi Leonard is still one of the best players on the planet, even if he's hurt, when he's coming back from injury. It just shows what Kawhi Leonard is made of. And it's going to be interesting to see if Kawhi Leonard can stay healthy this whole season and what the Clippers look like next season. But I don't know. Like, do we think the Clippers, like going back to my original point, do we think the Clippers are a playoff team? Do we think they're a play-in team? Do you think they have a chance to beat the defending champs, who are ultimately the favorites to win the NBA championship again? But that's just the question I have. Let me know how y'all feel about the Los Angeles Clippers, the Unks, the old heads. How do y'all feel about them? And what do y'all think they accomplish next season? Subscribe. What's good, y'all? If y'all made it to the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and engage in the channel. There's a video on the left, and I'm pretty sure the channel icon's in the right. Click one of them hoes, man. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. It helps me out, and I appreciate you.